Your second year under your belt now, do you feel like things are maybe just clicking a little bit more and you're getting just a little more acclimated?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, any time with the transition, there's a lot of new. And then, we only had 6 returners last year, so we had, I think, 11 new. So with a whole new roster essentially and a whole new coaching staff, it's just a lot of transition. And I think we handled it well. I think our girls and our players adjusted very, very well and ended up having a good year. But there's no doubt when you have some continuity and some returners, and we had the whole same staff here, all that helps a little bit. And not everything's just not so new. So there was definitely a little bit more smooth sailing and a little bit more flow this year.
Then just to talk about Ree as well, coming off that injury last year and to come in, and obviously today she gets recognized as a conference first team player, those kind of things. She's just been a huge attribute to this team. What kind of difference do you feel like she makes on the squad?
Yeah, no, it's funny kind of how life happens. A lot of people don't know. When I was at Quincy, I actually had a conversation with her, and I found out about her through her AAU coach, and was so mad when we ended up playing them, and we had to play against her one time. Like, I wish we should have gotten her, and then like here we are now, and now I get to coach her. But obviously, she's a phenomenal athlete, a great person on and off the court, and last year she was having a good year for us, and I think she played in 8 games and was probably coming off of one of her best games last year at UIndy. It was a huge spark for us off the bench. And then we knew she was battling some issues, and then we got it. Thankfully, the timing worked out great, that we got the answers we needed really quick, and she was able to redshirt and get that year back if she wants it. So, but just for her to be able to bounce back and have the year that she's having, I don't know if any of us, we all knew in the summer what she's capable of, but just didn't know where she would be able to get herself to. And she's definitely put in the work. I think she said it before. It's not the first time she's kind of been in this situation. I know she had a high school injury, but just to be able to bounce back from that, to have the mentality and not be scared, not be scared of another injury or a different injury happen. And the work she's put in, and she's so deserving of everything that she's gotten. And I'm really happy that the other coaches in the conference see what we see and nominated her for first team.
When it comes to her injury, what exactly was it?
I don't know per laws that I can say, but she had a foot thing, and it really wasn't an injury. It was an issue, I guess. So something that she got kind of corrected, but it did cost her to end that season. But as far as we know, there's been no further issues with it.
We talked about, she couldn't play last year in the conference tournament, and now she might have a chance to do so. When you look back on the girls and that time at that tournament, what did you take away from that, especially heading into tomorrow's game?
Yeah, we had a lot out last year. Ree being one of them. Kaylee King had to redshirt last year also, and then Jasmine Gray. So we have 3 players that are contributing this year that didn't get to play. And I just remember that last game when we lost, a couple of those in particular being like, we're going to get it next year. And obviously, we were all hurt, but also when you're sitting on the bench and you can't contribute and you're really helpless at that point, that stings a little bit more. So I know some of those in particular want it, as we all do, but I think it was a great learning experience for everybody, those that played and those that didn't play. We always talk about failure doesn't exist as long as you learn from it, and I definitely think being in that situation last year, we definitely learned a lot.
I know you usually probably think about it like one game at a time, but you have to survive to advance. How much will you be thinking about that as you guys go throughout this tournament?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, obviously, as a staff, we're prepared. Myself, we're watching film on 3 different teams right now, just kind of what's our potential route. But as far as what we do and say and talk to the team, we're very much today's the most important day. Like right now, we've got to have a really good last day practice, and we've got to get on the bus and take care of our bodies. And then tomorrow's the most important game. We definitely don't want them looking ahead, but the staff has that prepared. We're prepared no matter who we play. That coaching staff has that scout, and we'll be ready.
Game 1 against Upper Iowa, you already took them down earlier this season. What are the takeaways from that game heading into this one?
Yeah, just actually watch film with our 2 point guards, Kaylee King and Caitlin Daniels, and watch some of that game. But definitely won here. I think they're a good team. They have one of the best guards in the conference, who also was just named all-conference, in number 13, Mia. phenomenal player, and they got a couple key pieces we know we've got to contain. I think it's a great matchup for us. I thought some key things that we did against them the first time was really our spacing. We really tried to space them out. Felt like they couldn't guard us one-on-one. So that's going to be a key focus of ours, and we just got to be aggressive. We can't be passive on either end. And again, I thought we were really good in transition. And we always say we like to be the best in shape team in conference, and we feel like we can really separate ourselves in our transition game over 4 quarters.
I believe your record's 21-6 right now, which is a great record, but how does that go to show how competitive D2 hoops is, given that you have to have maybe 3 losses to even be considered in the rankings right now?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's, most places would love to have a 21-6 record. I mean, obviously it's a standard here, just going, I think 22 out of 25 years we've had 20-win seasons, and for myself coming off back-to-back, like that is the standard here and something we want to uphold. But yeah, no, D2 basketball is very competitive. I mean, we have I think our region's one of the toughest regions out there, and yeah, we've obviously got to take care of our business earlier in the year, had a couple key losses that weren't very good for us, and we know that, and there's nothing that we can change, and we're not going to dwell on that, and we know we got to go to St. Charles and take care of business.
What are you most looking forward to when it comes to this conference tournament? Is it just kind of getting to be with these girls a little bit longer, get to experience just like that, or is it just the hype behind it? What else beyond just the hoops itself is really exciting about this tournament?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Obviously, as a coach, you want to win, right? And I was fortunate enough as a player, I got to climb a ladder and cut down a net. I won a regular season conference championship as a player. And, ultimately, I want that as a coach, too. But more importantly, I want it for them. But yeah, we have 6 seniors, a really good group of seniors. We have a great team. Our locker room and our team chemistry is so good. They've been so fun to coach. By no means am I ready for this year to be done. It's crazy to think we're already here. I really, really hope we have a lot of basketball left to play. And I think anytime you ask teams, we had the 25th anniversary and brought back some of the older teams, and when you talk to them, yes, they won a lot of games and they talk about that, but they really talk about the memories and the friendships, and I hope our players talk about that. I hope they're in each other's weddings one day, and they're going to remember the dance parties before we run out of the locker room, and those little things are going to stick with them forever. But there's no doubt we want to climb a ladder and cut a net, but we want to make sure we do it the right way, and we want to have fun doing it.